What is going on there, YouTube? And welcome back to another comic book video. This is the channel where we sit down and cover different comic book stories from different comic book companies. Today, we're going to jump back over to DC Comics, and we're going to continue our coverage over DC The New Frontier with issue number 6. Now, this is the final issue of this overarching story that we have been covering the last 6 weeks. So if you do like today's comic book video, please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any other suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But today, guys, we're going to wrap up DC New Frontier in this video right here. I do hope you enjoy. So we begin our final issue with Lois Lane kind of giving us a review over what happened in the last issue, where the Sintra had arrived to America. But with its arrival, you had all of the heroes in military come together to fight against it. Superman was the first one to go in, but was taken down instantly. He went up to the monster and it took him out in one hit. And so to the world, he is dead. And now there's barely any hope left. And so you have all the scientists coming together to figure out a plan to stop this monster from killing off America. This is where we also learn that Lois Lane actually loves Superman as well, which is a small plot twist here. We skip over to Gotham because we pick up with Bruce Wayne working with another company about sending aircrafts to South Atlantic to prepare for a massive evacuation. Also because we pick up at Arkham Asylum, where we pick up with Leslie Thompson, who is letting out Adam Strange because he was locked up for talking about the Sintra and people thought he was crazy, only to find out that he wasn't. And so she lets him out hoping he can help save the world. He begins his plan by going over to Ray Palmer's house about his shrinking matter technology and how that it can help save the world. For y'all wondering what happened with Hal Jordan, remember, he stole an aircraft to help him get to Florida to help the other heroes in the last issue. Except we find out he never made it because it ran out of power. So he decided to use his ring to charge up the battery and continue on to Florida. We jump over to the Canaveral, where all of the heroes, scientists, and military people are at as they are planning to find a way to stop the Sintra. We do see Flash punch King Faraday in the face for what happened, I think was in the last video or 2 videos ago, where Faraday tried to capture the Flash because being a vigilante was illegal. But after that, Flash walks outside and he is greeted by Adam Strange and Ray Palmer, who are looking for King Faraday and Professor Haley about their plan to stop the Sintra. Now, when they first shared their plan, not with us, but with Faraday and the others, we learned that everyone is like, that is a big no. It is going to fail big time. But then Professor Haley, a member of the Challengers of the Unknown, realized that maybe they're onto something. Before we can learn this plan, we see Faraday go outside and greet Flash. Ask Flash to put their differences to the side and work together to stop the Sintra. He proceeds to ask Flash how fast is he, and Flash smiles and let us know that he is pretty fast. This is where we finally learn the big plan they come up with to stop the Sintra, which starts with having 2 teams attacking the monster from both sides. With that happening, it will lead into the monster being distracted. While it's distracted, the Bombers team will fly into the monster with some warheads as a way to hurt the monster from the inside out. But there is another big step to their plan, because we learn that with Ray Palmer's shrinking tech, Once an item has been shrunk, the object that was shrunk explodes after 90 seconds. So their goal is to use the flash to run as fast as possible to hit the monster with Ray Palmer's tech all over its body, because once 90 seconds are over, it is going to explode. So with the bombs blowing up from the inside at the same time, on the outside of the monster is being attacked by Ray Palmer's tech, a two-stage plan. Faraday explains why the monster attacked Florida in the last issue, because it was the fuel reserves. Remember, the monster has been around since the beginning for Earth's time basically, but it watched humans become more violent, so now it wants to leave Earth, but before it does, it wants to kill off mankind. After killing mankind off, it will leave Earth, but it needs fuel, and that is why it attacked the fuel reserve. Before they leave to attack the Centra, of course, Hal Jordan arrives to help out with taking it down. Now you have Adam, Hal, and Ace Morgan being the team that is going to fly into the monster. Before they can, you have the other teams making sure their attack does the job, which is keeping the monster distracted as they are able to fly into the monster and begin their plan to drop the warheads inside the monster. We also see that with the dinosaurs being sent outside from the Centra are being killed off in Florida by some of the heroes. Also because Wonder Woman has joined the battle to help out and stop the attack. Here comes the mess up part, because while the heroes are on the ground trying to fight against the monsters, Martian the Manhunter gets taken over by the Centra through a psychic connection, so it seems that everything is going to fall apart now for them. But that is when Faraday comes to save him from Martian the Manhunter being taken over. He tells Martian the Manhunter to send the essence of the Centra to his mind, which happens, but it kills Faraday. And so with Faraday dead, you have Martian the Manhunter decide to go off and kill more dinosaurs at a quicker rate. Inside the monster though, we see Hal, Morgan, and Adam have made it, except with them inside, they are being hit by a mental attack where they see the inside of the monster as a fragment of their personal mentality. And so for Hal, he is seeing a messed up looking solar system. Now while they're inside the monster and being attacked mentally by the monster, they are also being attacked physically by the monster. These red things are slowly destroying their aircrafts, meaning that sooner they are going to die. But this is where you have Hal think back to everything that led up to this moment. Carol Ferris, his survival in different situations, also the power ring. With that, he gained enough willpower to use the power ring as a way to save himself from being attacked mentally and physically as well. Which does lead to him trying to save Ace Morgan and Adam Strange, only to see Adam Strange die. Except before he dies, he actually completes the mission, which is to use the warheads to attack the Centra from the inside. While the warheads are going off, you have Hal being the Green Lantern and ends up saving Ace Morgan before he could have died as well. This leads to them being able to make it out safely, which means it is now time for part 2 of their plan. So you have the Flash begin part 2, which is using his speed to be able to hit the Centra with Ray Palmer's tech to shrink it down. He is doing an amazing job, but there is now another problem, because the Centra knows that he will blow up thanks to the after effect of Ray Palmer's tech. So his goal is to make it to the shore and blow up and take out as many people and military people all at once. Luckily, there is Hal being the Green Lantern. He puts down Ace Morgan as he uses his ring to take the Centra to space. While trying to achieve this goal, that is when he is reached out by the Guardians of the Universe, when they tell him they have unlocked the willpower of his lantern. So he is able to use more power to send the Centra out into space. The day is saved thanks to Hal being able to throw the Centra out into space and it blows up. With the Sentry defeated, of course, you have all the heroes coming together to celebrate the fact that they were able to get rid of the Sentry. This is also the moment we learn that Superman did not die in our last video. That Aquaman, but not calling himself Aquaman, had saved Superman when he fell in the ocean. He has been taking care of Superman's wounds. But you have all of the heroes come together to celebrate the fact that they were able to defeat the Sentry. Superman and Lois Lane, of course, kiss because they love each other. Of course, this is the moment where we learn that the world has a new look when it comes to superheroes. That it leads to the formation of the Justice League, but also the birth of the race of supervillains. And so now you have a DC world where we have heroes and villains. Finally, the book ends with us getting a report of the Justice League fighting against Starro, like they did in Justice League of America #1. But this is the end of the book. And this is where we are going to end today's video. So please hit that like button down below and also subscribe to the channel for more content to come in the near future. Also, any suggestions on books I should read, well, please let me know in the comments below, because you never know, your suggestion could be a future video down the road. But I do hope you enjoy today's video.